You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Monday. Hey, I'm Brock.
I'm Dalby, and it's finally that part of the day by the time you're listening to this that April Fool's Day is over. Yay!
Yeah, we didn't try and pull any pranks today or anything like that. I don't know. We're not big April Fool's guys. But, I mean, it's tough because even this morning, I was trying to read articles and stuff.
Right.
I don't know what the hell is a prank or not yet.
And the thing is that, like, it used to be, you just had to be really vigilant on the day, but now, like, companies and stuff are starting to spread out to
Well, we might have got actually already, because last week we talked about the hot dog flavored water from 7-Eleven.
Right.
I don't know. It hasn't even been confirmed as of right now yet, but that might have been an April Fool.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like, now it feels like the whole week leading up to it, it's that girl you know's birthday month all of a sudden for April Fool's Day. And it's like, I just want to believe in things.
Dude, the worst one that ever got me was right in 2020 when the pandemic was like peaking. I remember seeing this thing. The Foo Fighters were like celebrating an album anniversary or something.
Sure.
And it was like the Foo Fighters were supposed to go on tour with Jack Black.
Oh!
But they said that they were just going to be touring around the country in a van, and then they were also going to be bringing people toilet paper.
I remember you telling me this.
I was like, dude, we got to talk about this on the show.
You were so excited about it. And I was like, well, I mean, that all feels a little fake, doesn't
and
it?
once it said, like, the van was filled with toilet paper and they were going to be stopping in towns, I was like, son of a bitch.
You know what the one I remember the most is it was early iPhone days. Again, like maybe like iPhone 4 or 5 was coming out, right? And someone released this really well-made Photoshop infographic saying that with the newest iOS update, you could now charge your phone in the microwave. And it, of course, was super dumb and it was super fake. But then articles started coming out of people being like, I want my money back. People fooled me and I should have a free replacement because they were doing it.
I believe it, man. I've seen a few people do the like fake pregnancy one. They'll post whatever.
That one sucks.
Of the baby, what's it called?
The ultrasound
The
pictures.
ultrasound or whatever. I wonder how many people actually find out they're pregnant on April Fools.
And just hold on to it.
Well, even if you try and have the conversation today, it's not going to go well.
Guys, we're having a baby. Yeah, sure you are. Okay.
This is like the worst day to die, too, honestly. If you have to get a call from a family member today saying that grandpa died, you're not going to believe them.
That's not funny, man. Call me back later when you're ready to be serious.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Today is April Fool's, a day of tomfoolery, pranks, and all-around good fun. But do you know the history behind April Fool's Day, or how it started, rather?
I honestly have no idea. I hate April Fools so much that I've never actually looked into it.
It's one of those things where there's kind of like multiple different origin stories, a lot of countries kind of claiming that they created, but
Sure.
The biggest one and the one that gets the most credit online, and some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to around 1582, when France actually switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar, which, if you don't know anything about that, they basically moved the original New Year, which was April 1st, to January 1st. So basically, anyone who was slow to get the news or failed to recognize that the start of the new year had moved to January 1st and continued to celebrate it on April 1st became the butt of jokes and hoaxes that they then called those people April Fools.
You're an April Fool because you're celebrating the wrong calendar, you big dummy.
And then these pranks actually included having a paper fish placed on their backs and being referred to as a Poisson d'Avril, which is an April fish.
Was that the original kick me sign? Is that what that was?
That's basically what it is. It was the OG kick me sign. They would basically symbolize anyone who is a gullible person.
Right.
Had a fish stamped on their back. And I did some more Googling. Apparently, in Quebec, they still do celebrate April Fish.
Really?
It's still a thing out there, so...
There's just paper fish being smacked. You know what? I'll say this. I'm way more on board for a paper fish taped to someone's back than for all the super lame pranks that get played on April 1st. I am fully on board with leaning into this fish thing.
Isn't it weird to think about how funny the French actually are, though? Like,
What makes you say that?
I'm just saying, like, they're the creators of April Fools. I mean, they created Just for Laugh gags, and they seem to have a good time on there.
Yeah, everybody's smiling and laughing.
I just feel like anytime when I personally talk to French people, I never really see the humor. They always just look disgusted, you know what I mean?
That's because you keep speaking your filthy English. That's the problem.
They always look like someone speaking English to them. That's the thing. It does turn out that French people are indeed funny.
Well, if you were walking around having to peel paper fish off your back all the time, you'd be grumpy too.
A happy April Fool's or April Fish Day to you.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I grew up in Quebec, and every joke has to be fish-related. So, 3 years ago, my parents' sump let go, it would have been, last night. So I went on April 1st to replace the sump pump, and then I called them up to say everything was fixed. But the reason the sump had let go is because a fish has made its way in, a little goldfish made its way and had plugged up the pump. And, they believed it, right? Forgetting the day.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what would be some other ones? Like you just sneak fish into people's, drinks or something, I guess? I don't know.
Exactly. So me and my older brother, we had emptied out a container of salad dressing. For my younger sister, we pulled her goldfish out of her aquarium.
Okay.
So that it would look like it was dead. But the problem is we grabbed hers and we, not realizing that oil cuts off all the air. So we did kill her fish too.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
April fish.
Yeah, exactly.
So you said at the start that they have to be fish related. So is it super frowned upon if someone does a non-fish related prank today?
Yeah, it's not. Exactly. It's not related, right? It's off topic.
You move to Quebec, you try to pull an April Fool's prank, and it's where's the fish, bro? Get out of here.
Well, that's why they don't laugh at you, right? That's why they always look at you like you're mad and speaking in English.
Oh yeah, because everything smells like fish apparently.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball.
Man, I really enjoyed watching baseball this weekend. It was so nice.
Felt right, It was a decent weather weekend. You're just kind of sitting there, the sun's shining, and baseball on the TV.
I know it was a new thing last year with the pitch clock, but I gotta say, watching baseball this weekend, I watched 2 different games, and that pitch clock makes a huge difference from sitting there for 4 or 5 hours watching a game to just 2.5.
Well, and it feels better this year because last year about this time we were talking about the pitch clock because so many people were still getting used to it. Pitchers, batters, teams as a whole were trying to figure out so what do we do again? How does this work? Whereas now we've had a full season and it feels like we're getting all the benefits of speeding up the game with none of the weird moments of oh, that happened.
Yeah, no, it really speeds up the game. I mean, just like basketball with the shot clock or the play clock in football. And I had a dumb thought, but I was thinking we should have a shot clock, a play clock, whatever you want to call it, for the drive-thru at Tim Hortons. Wouldn't that be nice? Isn't that something that we should start doing, man?
But wait, is the clock for us while we're ordering, or is it for them while they're preparing the food?
No, it's for us.
Okay,
it's for us while we're ordering. I think you get 30 seconds at the drive-thru speaker. From the moment they say, "Can I take your order?" you get 30 seconds to get it all out. And if you don't get it all out in 30 seconds, you got to just keep driving.
Imagine you're sitting there and you're and I'll also get, all of a sudden the person on the speaker's just your time is up. We'll see you at the window. And you're just well, I'm not done yet.
If you want to continue to order, there's going to be a penalty. You have to pay for the person's coffee behind you.
No, I think they just make you just got to loop back around. That's the punishment. You got to get back in that drive-thru.
I think life would be beneficial if we started adding shot clocks to different things. Dude.
Honestly, yeah. Oh, put a shot clock on the people checking all of their scratch tickets they've bought in the last 6 months.
Dude, yes.
It's I still have 13 more crosswords to check. Sorry. Time's up.
I just even think in general, I think you get to check 4 lottery tickets, and then you have to go to the back of the line.
Right. If you've got more than that, that's fine, but you got to cycle in and out. If there's no one else there, take your time. But
you
otherwise,
get 4 lottery tickets, and then that's it, and then you have to recircle back around, all right? You can't be standing there with 18,000 cash for lifes that you're checking out, you know what I mean?
Honestly, it's not acceptable. We cannot have that.
762-555. What's a moment in life where it would be really nice to have a shot clock or a play clock or anything like that.
Ooh, what about at the grocery store when you're bagging your like when you have to bag your own groceries? Sometimes you're in line, like your stuff's getting scanned and you can't start bagging because the other person's still there. Just lollygagging, putting their stuff in.
I like where you're coming from, but if they put the shot clock at the self-checkout, I guarantee you that's just going to make people steal more. They're going to be like, how much time do I have to not scan these items?
It's a shopping spree.
That's exactly what it is.
You're right.
It's the shoplifting clock. That's what it is.
You're right. I take it back. I'm not trying to make y'all commit crimes. I take it back.
I'm as mad at Loblaws as the rest of us. But
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Winner, Gagnon.
we were talking about putting a shot clock maybe at convenience stores and gas stations for when people are getting their lottery tickets. Maybe even issuing penalties out to people. You get like 4 lottery ticket checks.
Right.
And then back of the line kind of type thing.
Cut you off. At some point, someone's got to lay the law down on these things.
I think the biggest piss off, though, is someone texted it in, and it said it's not even just the people that are scanning their lottery tickets, it's the people who are not pre-scanning their tickets, and then you hear that donk because they got a non-winner ticket.
Right. You've got 20 tickets in your hand. 2 of them are winners. We could have made this transaction way faster, but you decided you had to clog up the whole system.
And I know this sound, maybe anyone who works at a convenience store or gas station drives you crazy. Anyone who's standing in line, it drives you nuts. But that donk honestly makes me more mad than anything. I think it would be the perfect time to add something that we use on this show very often. If they had this...
Shame.
For every wrong lottery ticket?
Every losing lottery ticket at the gas station, anytime it gets scanned because you were too much of a dick to go and scan it in the corner, and so you're holding up the line with your 1,000 lottery tickets.
Shame.
Oh,
You deserve to get shamed.
That hits, and then everybody else in the line just starts shame, shame, shame.
Yeah, even if it's just a subtle, like a boo this man.
Imagine the person goes up to the front, they got their stack of lottery tickets, and everyone that's scanned either comes up winner Gagnon, but the majority all come up with the, what's the kid, Nelson from The Simpsons?
Yeah, we should all be able to stand there and point. You know how, like, back in, like, medieval times, we'd take someone out to the square and, like, pelt them with tomatoes or rocks or something like that?
Yo,
like,
what's that clip from, it's like an AA meeting or something like that in Half-Baked, when they're like, boo this man!
That's what I'm saying,
The computer is telling, and then everybody at the store is like, oh, that's our cue.
If you are not pre-scanning your lottery tickets at the convenience store, you deserve to be shamed, dude.
Oh, absolutely. And that this can go for a number of things. We need to shame people into behaving better, and it starts with the waggers.
It's the same thing, like, if you're at the gas station and you finished pumping and you're just sitting in your car,
get out!
And you know that someone's waiting to get there, there should be a setting on your horn there.
Yeah.
Shame.
If you're rich enough to own a Tesla, you need to add the shame button to your horn.
They've got the thing overhead, the speakers. Like, if you need to communicate with the person inside because something's wrong, start a timer. If they're still sitting there after a while, pump 4, shame.
Shame.
I think as a society, you know what? I think it's good that we're more accepting of all these things in the world right now.
100%.
But I think we also need to start thinking about how we can start shaming people, you know?
Someone just texted in, who still scans lottery tickets at the store? Just download the app. First of all, free plug for OLG, I guess. Second of all, have you not been to a gas station in the last 6 years? They're everywhere.
That person trying to text us like they're better than us?
Shame.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know those BuzzFeed quizzes that are so much fun? Yeah, that's not what this is. It's the quiz with Brock and Dalby.
It's Monday, which means it's time for another edition of the quiz. Over the weekend, my girlfriend and I were just singing commercial jingles to each other. But more specifically, commercial jingles with phone numbers in them.
If that's not couple goals, I don't know what is.
So today for the quiz, I'm going to play you the clip from a commercial of the phone number.
Okay.
All right, in the jingle, and you need to tell me What is that company or product, okay?
It's crazy because I can barely remember my own phone number. I cannot remember the phone number you need to call to talk to us here at the station. But I have lots of room for old commercial jingle phone numbers stuck in my brain.
All right, let's see. Let's start off with this one here and see if you know what company this is. You should.
737-1111.
Is that 1111? That's Pizza 73, right? Oh, sorry, Pizza out here.
I was going to say, you're living in Ontario, brother.
In Alberta, it's Pizza 73. Still has the 1111.
It is pizza. It was a good jingle. Your out west colors are showing this morning.
I almost blew it on that one.
Almost gave you the shame bell on that one. All right, next one here. When you hear this,
800-588-2300.
what's
Empire.
There you go. Love to hear it.
Today.
That's right. I've almost forgotten the today.
All right, 2 for 2 right now. When I play this one,
Call 1-800-267-2001.
you would say,
Alarm Force.
friggin' rights, brother.
Alarm Force.
Alarm Force is listed on the TSX.
I could
true.
dock you points for not saying the TSX, but you know.
Hey, no, you named for the company. You didn't ask for where you could trade the stock.
No, you're killing it this morning, man. 3 for 3 right now. Let's see if you get this one. This one might be a little more tougher. I'm not sure if this is actually just an Ontario one or not, so let's see here.
Dial 1-866-WOW-DEAL and get away for less.
Do you remember what company that is?
It's a travel company, obviously. 866. Wow.
The worst part is I think we might run the ads on our station.
Shut up, man.
Do you got it or no?
No. It's a bad jingle.
iTravel2000.com.
Whatever.
Don't say anything. I think they might run ads here, okay?
You know
Don't
what?
say anything.
Maybe you should put your name in the jingle better. Just saying.
Oh, shots fired.
No,
eh?
that's on me. That's on me.
All right, let's see. All right, here we go. You got to get this one, right?
It's No, I know. I
This
need
is the one you're not going to
cash
get?
now.
You're not going to get this one?
All I'm thinking, and I know it's not right, but I just keep thinking J.G. Wentworth.
That's
Oh,
it.
is that it?
That's it.
Oh! 877 cash now. Okay. Oh, I was doubting myself.
There you go.
I sold myself short on that one.
4 for 5. 4 for 5. Still a good score.
Yeah, that's absolutely
See
good.
if you can wrap it up here.
800-888-8888.
Don't wait. Call 8.
Celino and Barnes, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. You know what's funny? This is an Eastern Canada or like Eastern North American one.
It's like a New York number, I
Right.
think.
We
Yeah.
we never had Celino and Barnes growing up out west. The only reason I got that one right is because for those that don't know, Brock sings that song the way you sing your favorite song when you just got it and stuck in your head.
Here's the thing. I saw that commercial so much late at night. And all I've ever thought is if I end up in jail and I have one phone call,
that's who you're calling.
Those are the only lawyers that I know. I know all of these phone numbers. I don't even know my own mom's phone number anymore. But I guarantee you that I know.
This man will walk through the halls of this building, having committed no notable crimes, going, Celino and Barnes.
Hey, until my sister passes the bar and she's an official lawyer, Celino and Barnes are the only ones I know that got my back.
Hey, they got you. They got you from start to finish, brother.
Just in case you guys forget.
800-888-8888.
On the other side of things, 5 out of 6.
Well played, sir.
Thanks for ruining everything. iTravel2000.com.
I'm pretty sure they run ads. Stop.
The Brock and Dalby podcast.
The Brock and Dalby podcast.
Baseball's back, baby. Watching some games on the weekend. And my favorite thing about baseball on TV is that it's a roughly 14-hour product, so they have a lot of time to show people sitting in the crowd. Just seeing all the people wolfing back hot dogs already at the ballpark.
Next week, our first Looney Dog game is upon us.
That's right.
And what did they have, like over 655,000 dogs eaten at the Sky Dome last year or something?
We beat that. If we put our minds to it, we beat that this year. But I was thinking about this, and I posit the question to you and to the people listening to the show, 762-555. Is the hot dog the ultimate sporting event food? I think it really is, because my mind got going watching some baseball on the weekend and watching people eat the hot dogs. That's what you get at a ball game.
Yeah.
It's weird to not get a hot dog.
I know a lot of people will say nachos, but the cheese sauce can get pretty messy.
The hot dog is the star of the show. And then I got to thinking about other sports, right? And like maybe you say like rink fries, rink burger if you go to a hockey game.
Yeah.
But you're still getting a hot dog.
Yeah.
Football game, you're getting a hot dog.
I mean, you might say popcorn, but even popcorn just makes you thirsty.
It just doesn't have the same thing to it. Whereas the hot dog, it's salty, it's satisfying, it's filling. You can put whatever toppings you want. There's lots of options.
Well, here's the thing. Take a hot dog out of a sporting event. You can enjoy a hot dog pretty much anywhere. I mean, all the places you just said, but golf course hot dogs?
Golf course hot dog is a good hot dog.
Right?
And it's perfect for the turn, right? You finish the front 9. Maybe there's a group in front of you teeing off on 10. That means I got time to go in and get a dog, put it in my face before I get back out on the back 9.
It's one of the best handheld food items of all time. I mean, at the fair, street meat.
Yeah, it's so portable. No matter if you're just like out walking around on a Saturday afternoon, maybe you just got out of the bars. Like when I lived in Edmonton, every bar had a hot dog cart outside.
Street meat, baby.
When you would get out and all you thought was, yep, I'm getting at least one of those before I go home tonight.
Drunk hot dogs are nice, dude.
Drunk hot dog is a top tier hot dog. I think it's like ballpark hot dog, then drunk hot dog, and then just Saturday off the grill at home with the family hot dog.
Well, and then Costco has even made it where you get the shopping hot dog. Oh. That's nice, dude.
You know what? I will say that might be one of the situations that I'm not a fan of is the shopping hot dog. I like the post-shop hot dog. I like a reward hot dog. I went in to the Costco. I braved the crowds. Now I get a treat.
You're not a multitask dog.
I don't do the hot dog before the shopping.
But see, that's the brilliant thing about the hot dog is that you can multitask.
Yes.
Like you could have a baby in one hand.
For sure.
You could have a hot dog in the other.
Absolutely. And you could even, if you shoulder pinch, you could be taking a call the whole time while you're wolfing
you
down the
could be running
dog.
from the cops and still eat a hot dog.
I need to see that episode.
You could have sex and still eat a hot dog.
You have to find somebody who's on board with it.
That might be the fine line of when to and not to eat a hot dog.
You can have a hot dog in almost any situation. That one, I think it might be 50-50.
I guarantee you there's someone listening who snuck a pack of Snyders into the bedroom before.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
How many 12-year-olds do you think you could fight? We were talking about Mike Tyson. And a lot of you, I think, are giving Mike Tyson a little too much credit. I mean, I know he's one of the greatest boxers of all time, but some people saying that they think Mike Tyson could take on 20, 30, 50. You said 1,000 12-year-olds?
1,000 12-year-olds get floored by former world heavyweight champion, the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson, even at the age of 57.
I think a lot of you are underestimating children.
You ever see those videos where the guy takes like the old school scythe and starts cutting grass? That's Mike Tyson throwing haymakers through 12-year-olds.
All right, okay. Then the real question is,
Okay.
How many 12-year-olds do you think you could take?
25.
No way.
I give myself 25.
Absolutely not.
You got to set the tone. First one that
Absolutely
comes
not.
over, you got to absolutely decimate to put a little mental warfare into the next wave. And then here's the thing. You don't have to knock the kids out.
Sure.
They're 12-year-olds.
First of all, you're the same guy who told me last week that
Yeah.
you blew your back out getting off the couch.
Yeah.
So,
No.
just keeping that in mind.
It wasn't getting off the couch. I sneezed. Okay? That's different.
You need to remember that 12-year-old kids are like gremlins, dude. Mm-hmm. They're going through, their bodies are changing and stuff like that. You got to remember, puberty is a huge factor here. Energy and stuff like that.
You're actually making my point for me. Bunch of gangly, uncoordinated 12-year-olds still figuring out how to use their own bodies? That's just making it easier for me.
I don't even know what's in the Wheaties anymore. Some of these 12-year-olds are the size of Wookiees, dude. They're huge.
You see this? This right here is a double XL sized mitt. I put one of these across the face of a 12-year-old. They're not coming back for a second one.
So you say 25?
25.
Dude, no. I'd say for me, I could probably take on maybe 2, maybe 3 12-year-olds.
Well, that's because you're a little fella. I'm a bigger man. I can stand my ground easier against the 12-year-olds. Also, in a situation,
brother, you're gonna blow your back out.
In a situation where I am fighting life and death against a band of 12-year-olds, I have no problem low blows. I just start kicking them. They've all just recently descended, so to speak.
Also, I mean, I don't know if you've looked around this town. There's some shady ass kids here, man.
100%. Okay, are the 12-year-olds packing? Are they carrying like any kind of weaponry?
I don't know. I think that's a 3-8-2-5 around and find out situation.
I'm just saying my number does go down if it's not a fair fight. If you
have 25 12-year-olds coming at you, dude, I'm telling you, it's not a fair fight.
No, but if they have weapons, it's different.
Whether they have weapons or not, if 25 12-year-olds were in this room right now,
yeah,
you're on a breathing tube tomorrow morning.
Nah, no chance.
Absolutely.
I absolutely floor your average grade 8 class.
I guarantee you're going to need to keep like a vape in your pocket to like drop to distract them or something like that.
Just throw a jewel on the floor.
Yeah. You're going to be like, hey, look at this video on my phone. Like, you're going to need to distract them, dude.
Just have a TV behind me that's playing TikTok videos, and now I'm up to 30 at least.
Child services is going to get called on you today, dude.
I'm not fighting the kids. I'm just saying I could.
25 is a lot.
25 open-handed slaps. Every kid goes down. Game over.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
So what he's got.
Top of the morning to you. Today's word, raillery. Yep, raillery. R-A-I-L-L-E-R-Y. Raillery. Anyways, it's good-natured banter. Or a joke. Well, there's a lot of people out there that aren't able to take one of them. Anyways, have a great one. Cheers her up.
So wait, it's just like a joke?
It's just like fooling, having a good time, joshing. You're laughing at somebody, but it's in like a nice way. Like I assume that when you laugh at me all the time, it's just in good raillery.
Oh, yeah.
It's
just railing around.
Yeah. You're just having a good time. You're not being mean by any stretch of the imagination.
So, like, if you're at work or whatever and you're maybe giving the gears to the new guy, you're railing with the new guy?
Railering, yeah. Like, that's the thing. If you're actually like, look at this idiot, look what he's doing, that is not raillery. That's bullying.
Yeah.
If you're, like, joshing around like, oh, hey, why don't you go get the headlight fluid? That's raillery.
Giving them the rails, I guess you could say.
Well, depends on the line of work you're in.
True. If you're a roofer, maybe more than the others, you know?
That term's already taken. So let's stick with raillery.
Raillery. Use it wherever you can today, all right?